What's going on, folks, over there in YouTube land? It's about that time. Today is the day. Ravens are are already in Miami to take on those Dolphins for Thursday Night Football. So we're here to bring you our usual pregame talk, just a little bit earlier than your average Saturday or Sunday, because Ravens are on a little bit earlier. So we are here to bring you that talk. I'm Dom. That's Gonz. Thank you for joining us for another video. Gonz, how you feeling on this Thursday morning?
I almost said eve of the Ravens game, but it's actually the day of the Ravens game.
We're here. We are
got a
indeed
day
here.
of work and a day of school ahead of us. But it'll be here before we know it. Let's talk about it. I think we're in pretty good shape to win this game, but there's still lots of things to talk about. So let's get going.
Still a lot of things to discuss. First things first, of course, I would have the injury report today, but unfortunately, I can't share my screen at this time. So, Gonz, I'm going to look to you for your expertise in gaining that injury report.
I don't really think there's anything serious we got to talk about because I think everybody on the 53-man roster was practicing this week.
Yes, at least for us. For us, we have 100% attendance. We will have 100% attendance for this game.
So that's phenomenal at this point in the season.
Correct. Yes, that's great news.
Miami, I know they, obviously the big ones. I think the big ones that hurt the most are the Tyreek Hill, and there's something else that I'm forgetting. I don't know. They're missing two key guys. Obviously that happened a while ago. I know they're going to have Waddle, so Waddle's been healthy. There's a couple players dealing with things. I don't know. I don't know too much on that. I know for the most part they're going to have Minka Fitzpatrick back there.
Yes.
And I don't really feel like there's anything major going on with the Dolphins. I think people are just dinged up a little bit. So both teams, aside from Tyreek Hill, are going to be pretty – oh, it was Darren Waller. That thing, I just remembered it. Darren Waller and Tyreek Hill are both on IR. So they will not be – obviously I think they're done for the year, both of them. So their offense, no surprise, they've been dealing without them for a couple weeks now, will be, relying on Jalen Waddle, Devon Achane, etc. So, yeah. While both teams are – Ravens are really healthy. Dolphins are slightly dinged up. For the most part.
So I do have a version.
If you want to go one by one, you can.
Yeah, I do have a version of the injury report real quick. I'll just go over it briefly because for us, again, it's not that much. Lamar Jackson is a go for this game tonight, so he will return to action after missing the last couple of weeks with a hamstring injury. Some of our guys, Ronnie Stanley, he was dealing with that ankle injury. It's been nagging him these past couple of games, but he was a full participant on Wednesdays.
He fights through the pain. I said he's tough. He fights through the pain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how he does it because that ankle has been nagging him for a while now. But he does. He is cleared to go for this game. TJ Tampa and Nate Wiggins both had injuries. Tampa had a shoulder. Wiggins had a groin. They were full participants in practice these last 2 days, so they'll be good to go. Buchanan also had an injury to his calf, but he is also good to go. So we are clear, 100% attendance for this game. We will have all of our guys for this game, of course, not the obvious, but we will have our guys. For Miami, Julian Hill will be out with an ankle injury.
Who's Julian Hill?
I'm not entirely sure. He's a tight end. He's a tight end, yeah. Ashton Davis is doubtful for this game.
Is that a starter? I remember him from the Jets.
I believe he is a starter, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. He will be out of this game with he's doubtful for this game with a quad injury. Bradley Chubb is questionable in this game with a shoulder and a foot injury.
I anticipate he'll be good to go.
Yeah, because he was limited Tuesday.
Although he may be hindered, like you said. Yeah. So I don't know.
He was limited Tuesday and Wednesday. So he's good to go. Nothing else really too much. Minka was a full participant all week with a thumb injury. Tua had a left thumb / illness this week, but he was a full participant all week, so he's good to go. So only two people probably not playing for the Dolphins, but of course outside of Tyreek Hill and Darren Waller who are out on IR. But other than that, I mean, that's not too much injury report-wise for this game. All right, folks. So we're going to dive into the meat and potatoes of this one. Gonz, you already know the Ravens have to get into this game with do or die mentality. That's just the way
Before
it
you
is.
jump into the stats and the offense versus defense Ravens Dolphins matchup, let's talk about this leadership standpoint a little bit. So there was news this week that Lamar Jackson was the one that removed all the toys in the games from the locker room. And I thought that spoke volumes, because if it would be one thing if it was your coaching staff, but if it's your actual quarterback doing that, that's pretty damn good, because I've been getting on Lamar for stepping up as a leader over the years, and I thought that was a pretty good way to rally your troops to get serious for this end of the season run, if they want to make one. So shout out to them, because the coaches did nothing for that. That was all the players. That was all Lamar, actually all Lamar. So that's phenomenal to come from your superstar quarterback that you want to do more as a leader. And I thought that was a great step in the right direction. So shout out to Jackson. And hopefully he get these guys ready to go. Rally everybody around you. Be more of a leader. Be a little bit more vocal. But that spoke volumes right there. I don't know what you thought on that. That was awesome to see.
Yeah, no, I thought it was great. It was nice to hear him, even like him not really being able to play or practice the past couple of weeks, him still being a vocal leader in the locker room. I'm sure that means a lot to the guys too, because it just shows how much he cares and how much he really wants to put forth the effort, just to try to turn this thing around. Obviously, a lot of people lost faith, me included, in the season, because, they were losing games that we thought they had a chance in. Got blown out by the Texans, lost that Rams game, couldn't play defense against Texans, couldn't play offense against the Rams. Like, there was no complimentary football. Things were just falling apart. Reports kept coming out. Like, it was a stressful last couple of weeks for this Ravens team. But, that just shows you Lamar being in the locker room, him being a presence there. It just shows you how much the guys in there respect his leadership and just understand how serious he is and wanting to win, because he knows his time. He knows his time. The team knows his time. And there's no better time than the present, right? So it's best to just get that stuff out of there. If he feels as though it was a distraction, shoot, he said if he could have got the TVs out of there, he would have took the TVs out of there. I was in the locker room not too long ago. All that stuff is gone. Like, they have the TVs in there, but other than that, like, all that stuff is indeed gone. So
That's great.
That just goes to show you, like,
didn't he also make the call to sit himself down for the game?
That I'm not sure. I can't confirm.
I thought that's what he did. I heard, maybe not. I don't know.
I think that was a discussion between him and the doctors on the sideline. And, I guess they just came to that conclusion, like, yeah, let's just sit you, because, but the way he talks, it sounded like it was his decision not to return, when it looked like he was about to return, because he didn't feel like he was fully ready yet. I can't fully blame him for that. He said, it was his body. So it's just, but he feels better now and he's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So, yeah. All right. So now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this football game. All right.
Love saying that.
I do. It's my favorite thing to say. But yeah, Gonz, we already know this is a do or die situation for this Ravens team. Every game looks like a must win, at least going into the later half of the season. The goal is to get to 500 right now, take each game 1 week at a time, and do your best to just overcome the hole that you dug yourself into, because 1-5 in the AFC is just, you're lucky if you can make it out.
I think they're 1-3 right now. They lost to the Bills.
I'm saying being 1-5 in the AFC, like, I'm saying, like, them being in the AFC and them having a 1-5 record, it's difficult to overcome, is what I'm saying. Not them being like exactly 1-5, like out of AFC opponents. I'm saying, like, in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're saying, because they were.
I'm
they're
saying
1-3 currently in the conference right now. They're 1-3.
Yes. No, I get that.
Now
I'm just
2-5.
saying them being in the conference and coming and starting out 1-5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, them being in the conference.
All right. You stared at me for a second. I'm like, oh no, there's no way we're 1-5.
No. We're not 1-5 in the AFC. I'm just saying we are 1-5 in the conference of the So they dug themselves in a hole, pretty bad one. And I mean, it's time. It's time for them to turn this around. And it starts with, I think we should just get started with this offense. Obviously, Lamar is returning tonight. First time in action in weeks. I mean, I think it's been a month. It's been a month since he's actually seen game action. So I think for me, is just like settling him in early is going to be really important in this game. Not asking him to do much coming off that hamstring injury. And just making sure the offense comes to him and try not to have him force anything in this game. You don't want him having to panic, run out of the pocket in distress like he had been over those last couple of weeks when he was playing, especially against that Lions team, that Chiefs team. It was not easy for him. So I think here, if you're Monken, your game plan is to try to get Lamar comfortable early, get that run game going early as well. We saw what Keaton Mitchell can do. He only had 4 carries, but his impact was felt right in that game. Henry's obviously going to get his. There's no question about it. That's just the kind of player he is. But I think coaches are finally trying to understand that Keaton can be a force in this offense. I mean, if he just had a couple of carries to give Henry some rest, like I don't see that being an issue. So I'm hoping we get a little more Keaton in this game as far as handoffs to just make things simpler for Lamar in his first game back. I want to make sure this offensive line is also going to be able to hold their own. I know that the Miami defense isn't all that in a bag of chips. They were impressive against Atlanta. I will give them that, only holding Atlanta to 10 points.
Their rush defense is the weakness. That's 28th in the NFL, giving up
145
yards.
And there you go.
On the ground. Pass defense is 11th, though, so that's a little bit better.
Not bad.
So you need to open up the pass with the run game. You have
exactly. Play action is important. That play action game is going to be very important in this game. And you get that going by getting Henry going early, getting him some carries. I mean, I hear from people all the time, Henry should have 20 carries a game, either 20 to 25 carries a game. I don't see why that would be an issue, getting him the ball that many times, especially when it's about to start getting colder and you want to start getting your guys ready for this winter weather. Obviously, it's not winter yet. It's about to be November, but getting you guys ready to brace for that. So let's get Henry going. Let's get Mitchell going. Let's just get this run game going. To just, again, to have Lamar settle in and just have him be able to let the offense come to him rather than him trying to force anything. So I think that's my main point of emphasis for this game is really just have a smooth one, hold on to the football, and just let the offense come to Lamar for his first game back.
Yeah, no turnovers. Don't force it. Don't fumble. Just don't give any reason for the Dolphins to stay in this game. I think you said it. You said they played really well against Atlanta, and they did. They only allowed 10 points, but that was without Michael Penix. So you already knew they were going to be running the ball more with Bijan Robinson. So Ravens are going to have their starting quarterback back.
Which is interesting to think, though, because they still had Kirk, you know? I'm not saying Kirk is the bee's knees, but I'm just saying, like, he's not new to this. You know what I mean?
For them the past couple of years. I don't know what's going on with him. He has just completely lost it. I think he needs to retire.
He could be traded.
He needs to quit. He looks awful. I don't know what's wrong with him. He has just been abysmal. I mean, go watch his games last year. I mean, well, maybe he had a couple good ones last year. I don't know. Anyway, Miami Dolphins defense, they did a phenomenal job against the Falcons offense. Bottom line, whoever played quarterback, they allowed 10 points. So you really don't want to give them any chance to get going. Okay, their pass rushers, Chubb, Phillips, another potential trade target for the Ravens. I've seen them talking about maybe inquiring about Jalen Phillips. This will be a big game depending on the outcome of this game will give a lot on the trade value for some of these guys. Miami, if they lose this, they'll drop to 2-7, and it's going to look like they're going to be sellers for the trade deadline. Ravens, on the other hand, if they win, they'll be 3-5 and look to be complete buyers for this November 4th deadline. So you want to get this win. You do. It's a big one. Not only for your AFC conference, but for the trade market speculations as well. So go ahead and get the dub. I don't really have too much to say about this, except take care of the ball and run the ball. That's it.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
no holding penalties, no false starts. Try to limit all the mistakes. You're playing in Miami. It's in a dome, but I think they open it up, so it's kind of outside. There's no reason the Ravens should lose this. There really isn't. I'm just going to say it. There's just no reasons. Tua's been pretty bad this year, aside from last week. So I don't know. I feel like this game is more on the defense to me. If they can continue their run of success from last week, if they can stop Tua and the offense enough for this offense to just put the game away. So that's where I think the game is going to be won on the trenches on the defensive side of the ball for me.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big part of that.
I'm not as worried about the offense. I think we're going to be all right with Lamar, and I think he's not going to be asked to do too much. I think they're going to use Keaton. They're going to use Henry, maybe some Justice Hill, a lot of runs, do some sweeps, do some stretches, get Keaton and Mitchell running on the outside, and that's it. I think that's how it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes back to, again, making sure that you let the offense come to Lamar and have him be comfortable.
We don't need him to be doing all these runs. Not yet. He's not back yet. So
yeah,
don't
I don't think this is the
power or QB zone read or QB zone 4 plays in a row to start the game. You need to get him acclimated back to the field, do some runs, do a little play action. Don't ask him to be Superman. You don't need him to. You got a team around you. You got Mark Andrews. You got Zay Flowers. You got Isaiah Likely, who we need to see more out of, by the way. Speaking of Isaiah Likely, he hasn't done anything this year. I wonder if he's still nagging injury from that surgery he got back in August. I don't know. But he has done absolutely nothing. So,
I mean, honestly, we can say that about a lot of the receivers. They haven't really been getting a lot of play.
I've seen Bateman do a lot more. I've seen Zay do a lot more.
Well,
I've seen Hopkins do a lot more.
We've seen a lot from Zay, but I mean, Bateman has some good catches.
Bateman has some great flashes. I've seen him
really
through the weeks. He's not getting the 100 yards a game, but he's making big catches in these games.
Yeah, he has. But I'm just saying, in general, we haven't seen a whole lot from the receivers. So I'm just putting that out.
You know what? I haven't seen anything from Isaiah Likely. So if you want to say I haven't seen a whole lot, I'm gonna go take that a step further down and say I haven't seen anything from Likely. I haven't seen one big catch. None. I saw him one time. He got a 4-yard game last week.
We can say the same thing about Andrews too.
No, you come on, Dom.
I'm just saying, like, we haven't seen much from these guys.
I've seen way more from Mark Andrews this season than I have from Isaiah Likely. The Lions,
but that's not a whole lot. That's what I'm saying.
2 scores and almost 100 yards. He had a big catch in the Chicago Bears game. I've just seen he's gotten the ball a ton more. Likely has not even been thrown the ball. Let's be honest.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, like, outside of that Mark Andrews game, we hadn't seen much. You know what I mean? Like, he was barely getting targeted. You see my point? Like,
but my point is, you're saying they're barely getting it. I'm saying Likely's got nothing. He's at the bottom of the barrel.
And I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm just saying, like, we hadn't, like, outside of that Andrews game, we hadn't seen much. Like, we've seen a lot of Zay. We've seen a whole lot of Zay. And even
I've seen a fair share of Bateman, too, and Hopkins. Hopkins makes his one play per game.
He makes a lot of clutch catches. I agree. But I'm saying, like,
Tyler Wallace even's done more. He's got a touchdown.
Yeah.
Devontae Walker's a touchdown.
He does also have a touchdown.
And at one point, he was getting the ball pretty frequently. So
I'm just saying, like, the pass game, I'm just saying as a whole, I would also like to see a little more from the pass game. So I'm agreeing with your concept.
I need to see Likely because I'm keying in on him because he was supposed to be this guy to assume the role of tight end because Mark Andrews has been a potential trade candidate for, I don't know, the past couple months. And we haven't seen him do anything. And I know Dom's giving everybody the benefit of the doubt, but Gonz, he hasn't done anything. Whether he wants to admit it or not, he is. He hasn't done anything.
I mean, he's blocking.
It's a little bit concerning, and sometimes badly blocking. There were some plays where he was just getting shoved around. So I'm not questioning Likely as a good or bad player. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm saying is there something going on here? Is he still being hindered by that toe? Or ankle, whatever it was, and is he still Does he need more time to get right? Because he just doesn't look like himself at all. At all. It's pretty disappointing because we all know how great he can be, and we need to see him pop out. So, especially if he's supposed to take this role as a tight end one for Mark Andrews, because right now Andrews looks like he's got the role, and it would not be a good idea to trade Mark Andrews right now, given the production of likely being so low, little to nothing. I'll just say it's been nothing. It's been nothing. I'm not even going to count that 3-yard catch because we end up punting anyway. So we need to see more of him. And if he's injured, let him rest up because he's a non-factor right now. So let's see if Monken can get him to use. So here's your two options. Either get him going a little bit more, or B, rest him a little bit more because he's not ready. So figure it out. Figure out what's going on, Baltimore. Make your decision. Because Charlie Kohler is getting a little bit more involved with the offense. He got a touchdown.
Yeah, a touchdown.
Getting a couple catches. So you need to figure out what's going on, and you need to utilize your weapons. So figure out what's going on with Likely. Sit him down if he needs more rest, or get him more involved.
I mean, I agree. You're not wrong.
Okay.
I think we just gotta wait and see. It's really just a wait and see at this moment in time. But yeah, so I know we touched on the defense a little bit. I know you emphasized, the trench play being important. I agree 100%. It's going to be interesting to see if the Ravens activate Carl Lawson for this game. I haven't seen any reports that they have or are planning to. Just to give that edge room a little more depth.
Did he practice this week?
I believe he practiced this week,
okay.
If I'm not mistaken. He was getting acclimated into the defense, the scheme, and all that stuff. At least that's what we heard from Harbaugh this week. Could he be activated? That's a possibility. I don't know. He would add some depth to that edge room because we don't have a lot of guys right now. So that could be a start, but I don't know if he will play. I think the important is right now, though, is that you got decent pressure, not great pressure, I would say, but you got really good pressure on Caleb Williams over the weekend with the blitz packages. Yeah, it wasn't great, but it was like, you got him rattled a little bit, and we hadn't seen it all year.
Blitz pressure was
you had him rattled a little bit. You got some intentional grounding calls. I don't think we had one all year. We forced any all year, so that's a start. Alohi Gilman, he seems like he's settling in well.
Make your tackles, Gilman. I don't want to see any more missed tackles in the backfield on 3rd down and short.
Yeah, that was kind of that was upsetting to see.
That was awful. We would have gotten a punt. We got no points, and he just whiffed on the tackle. I was so pissed. But anyway, go ahead and get a pick.
No, I agree. But having Gilman up top, you know what I mean, allowing Kyle to kind of just circle around in the box. I mean, that's been helpful. It seems like. So I'm just hoping that they continue to build on that. Because like you said, if they win this game, I feel like I agree with you. You become buyers at this point at the deadline. You don't become sellers. You become buyers, and you try to build this roster into a contender. Like the offense, we'll see how that shapes out. I feel like it can contend, but defensively, you got to be able to get people off the field. And this will be a test of that tonight. Against Tua. He had 4 touchdowns, I think a little over 200 yards against Atlanta last weekend. He played, I didn't watch the game, but it sounds like he played pretty efficiently in that game.
4 TDs, no picks.
You said what?
4 TDs, no picks.
4 TDs, no picks. He was 20 of 26.
Mm-hmm.
And Achane only had not only had, but he had 18 carries for 67 yards. Waddle had 99 yards, 5 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown. So, I mean,
those are the 2 guys, honestly.
That's their guys right now, And Waller was one of their guys until he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, right now for this defense, it's really just I would really like to see this defense not play. So, obviously, with Jaden Waddle, you kind of want to play a little bit far back with him because obviously you can take the top off of defense at any point in the game. But I would like to see this defense get into people's grills and kind of press corners at the line of scrimmage. We don't really see that a lot from our guys.
If you do that, just make sure you get pressure. And
I agree with that too.
Will just go with his excuse, I can't see over the line or whatever. I love that.
That one was kind of crazy. But our guys just play kind of far back from the line of scrimmage. They're giving receivers so much space. And I also see why some of that, those bootlegs and some of that shit is wide open.
I don't want to see any of those work this week. I swear if I see another wide open flat on a bootleg, I'm going to lose my mind. I just don't know. We did it against the Bears twice, and they bagged it both times. It's not a hard play to stop. I'm tired of all the Zach Orr crap. Figure it out. It's not a hard play. You cover the flat, and you cover the crossing route right behind it. I don't see what's so difficult about it. It's really not that good of a play. It's really not. It's, you know what it does? It's good against garbage defenses that overcommit. That's what it's good against.
Oh, it works in Madden.
Yeah, exactly. Garbage kids who don't know how to cover stuff. But it's ridiculous.
But no, I
thought it was going to be a long game in the Bears game when we got hit with that play 2 times on the first 2 drives. And I'm like, oh, my God, here we go again. Zachary Orr can't cover play action bootleg for the 15 millionth time. So get it together. And, I had a question about Zachary Orr. Was it true that he gave the play calling to Chuck Pagano? Or what did he do about that? Because people were saying that they saw Chuck Pagano with the play calling sheet in the game. Was that confirmed, denied, or what's the story around that?
Do not think that was confirmed. This is the first of me even hearing this.
Really? Okay.
This report. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. But I don't think he did. Was Chuck Pagano on the sideline or was he in the booth?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Either one.
Oh, so I think so. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if he did. I feel like reporters would have asked that question if that was the case, and I don't think they asked that question this week. So
maybe it was just fans just trying to
speculating. Maybe I'm not sure. I don't want to say yes or no because I don't know. But I mean, they played better. So decently. I will say they played decently. So we'll take that with a grain of salt. But to your point, too, back to the bootleg thing. Yeah, they need to be able to cover that play because, I mean, that play, you leave it open, that can get you at least 7. If you're getting like 7 yards a pop with that play, that's too many. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be able to contain them, contain running backs and all that stuff coming out of the backfield. So, sorry, folks. But yeah, defensively, I would like to see our corners playing up more on receivers. Probably not Waddle, but everybody else, why not? I mean, you got to show that you can play tough man-on-man. Like, zone can only save you but so much. You got to be able to play some tough man-on-man defense. Because if you can't, you're just going to leave things wide open, especially over the middle of the field. Like, that's just going to be that's just going to be open all day. Tua is prone to make mistakes. We've seen it time and time again this year. I think he's probably like, I don't know the stats, but I know he's probably up there as far as interceptions are concerned.
11 touchdowns, 10 picks.
Thank you for that. So double-digit interceptions. Be sure. I mean, we saw Wiggins get one. That's the first turnover I've seen. Well, I'm sorry. John Jenkins had a turnover in the Rams game. My apologies, Jenkins. But let's keep it going. Let's try to capitalize on Tua's mistakes. Like, he's known to make them. Let's force some. You know what I mean? Like, I would like to see this defense continue to get better. Let's get better with the pressure. I would like to see us get to Tua with 4. Can we do that today? You know what I mean? Like, the blitz pressure was decent last week. Can we get to him with 4? Let's try to start upgrading here. Maybe not, but I would like to see us upgrade from that. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think those were probably my main takeaway points for this game. I would like to see our corners try to play a little bit tougher man on man, just kind of pressing receivers, obviously minus Waddle. And
well, if you press, just have safety help. Call 2-man under.
I mean, yeah, and then that's a good idea too. I mean, you have 2 safeties up there. You got Malachi, you got Alohi. So why not give it a test run, see how it goes? But yeah, so I would like to see that, and I would also like to see if the pressure can continue to improve from how it was last week. So those are my 2 main takeaways.
Yeah, I said it earlier. Dominate the line of scrimmage. That's just what you got to do. Control the run game, control the pass game with your guys up front. We'll see if they can do that. I'm not sure. Pressure with 4. I'd like to see it happen, but I can't realistically expect it given what I saw from this year. And there were still too many times last week where Caleb had all day. So I don't know if I can safely say that's going to happen. But if it does, that shifts the Ravens' odds to winning this game by a lot in their favor. So yeah, I don't know. You see what you can do. Mike Green, can he get another sack? Travis Jones, can you get some more push? He had a couple good plays last week. Jenkins, is Peebles going to be active? I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't know. I can't even Because they're doing better, I can't advocately say put Peebles back in, even though I think you should, because he's been my guy all year, my sleeper guy, and they just haven't given him enough opportunities to do anything. So it's kind of annoying, but we'll see what happens at that point. Yeah, just it's the line of scrimmage. Make your tackles, rally the ball. The tackling was okay last week, aside from a couple plays. So wrap up your guys, control the line of scrimmage, and that's what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. I mean, especially that tackling part. I'm glad you emphasized that, because the tackling it wasn't great to start the Chicago game, but it vastly got better as the game went on. So I'll take that.
And most importantly, go out there and have fun.
Please.
Go out there and play to win. Go out there and have a good time, because that's how you can let loose on that side of the ball, because it looked like they had fun last week. Go ahead and do it again.
Agreed. Yeah, just be yourselves, man. Be yourself. Let loose, you know what I mean? And just try to get a dub. Try to get to 3-5. All right, folks, we are at that point of the video where it's time for score predictions. Gonz, how's this game ending?
If anything but a Ravens win happens, I'm going to be very upset, because this shifts points to everything points to Ravens winning. It really does. I mean, we're fully healthy. We're coming off of a decent win against Chicago. Got our mojo back a little bit. We got everybody playing, like I just said. There's no reason why you lose this game. I mean, Miami has looked pretty bad for the most part this year. I know they won and whatever, but I just think the Ravens fully healthy right now can overcome that Dolphins team. And anything short of a victory, it would be very depressing, and we'd be back to ground zero. I think the Ravens do win this with Lamar back. I think that'll give everybody a little bit more juice. So give me the Ravens in a 10-point victory. Do I have to give a score too? That's right. I don't know.
Gonz is new to the podcast, guys.
Forgot we always give scores. We don't do it for predictions anymore, but for these we do. So I don't know. I think we can get to 30 points, maybe 30-21, 30-20.
Okay, that's not too far off. I had us winning like 28-17. I was actually between 28-17 or 31-17, but I'll probably just stick with 28. This is Lamar's first game back, so they'll probably ease into everything. But I think we also win this game. I think they are in the mindset of, listen, we have to win. Like, there's no other way to look at it. The AFC is pretty tight right now. There's a lot of potential playoff contending teams. Their best scenario right now is to win the division. That's basically the best case scenario right now. So you win this game, you get past Miami, and from there, just try to continue to stack wins. That's the best way to look at it. All right, so folks, I'm at 28-17. Gonz, always your final score again?
30-20, 31-21, one of those.
31-21. All right, so folks, let us know your score predictions in the comment section down below. Are the Baltimore Ravens getting to 3-5? Are the Dolphins going to rain on our parade? Let us know your thoughts. Thank you for joining us for another live video. We truly appreciate you for stopping in. We've had some people come in and out of the video. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Gonz, any final thoughts before we wrap this joint up?
No, just you got to handle business tonight. That's just what you got to do.
That's what you got to do.
This thing, it's looking good. The Steelers play the Colts this week. Potentially, if the Ravens get it done, they could be looking at the end of this weekend a 1-game deficit from first place. So you got to.
It's not downhill for this team. Like there's
unbelievable to say after starting 1-5 that we have a chance to be down 1 game in the AFC North.
Like that leaves you room for possibility, especially if, like I said, like we both said, if you win this game, you become buyers at the deadline and you try to build up those trenches, try to build up this team to truly compete for a spot to be able to get to the playoffs and maybe even a Super Bowl push. But again, we got to get there first. So yeah. So guys, thank you for joining us again. We will bring you post game. I don't know about tonight because unfortunately I have to work tonight, and I'm working the game. Well, I'm not working the game, but I have to work because
you're not around at midnight.
Well, it depends on what time it's over because I don't know what time I'm going to get home because I can't get home until the game is officially over. And
all right, well,
over.
We might go live tonight, or we might do it tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah, we might do one tomorrow.
I'm pretty busy on Friday, to be honest. I thought we were doing it after the game.
Well, it just depends on how I'm feeling when I get back. Yeah,
we'll
it just depends on. Hopefully, I'm not overworked. But but yeah. So guys, we'll try to bring you post game whenever we can. But until then, hopefully, we'll be bringing you a winning post game for the second week in a row, because we would like to do that. So thank you for joining us. I'm Dom. That's Gonz. We will bring you post game soon. Until then, we're logging off. Go Ravens. Get the dub.